Okay, continue with Trotter's Manual of English Grammar and Analysis of Sentences. We're on page 8. Exercise. Prefix the indefinite article to each of the following. Bird, a bird. Orange, an orange. Dog, a dog. Cat, a cat. Ounce, an ounce. Wonder, a wonder. Okay. So, I'll read out the rest of them. Our horse, you, E-W-E, N-U. That one sounds kind of weird. Maybe it's A-U. That sounds weird too. You. I'm going to write that as a question. Lamb, honest man, happy home, yard, air, apple, well, tree, word, evening, army, harmony, harmonious meeting, union, yellow rose, useful book, unit, history, historian, horizon, honorable, career, Yale, house, European, only child, universe, universal, sorrow, habit, habitual, temper, attempt, year, eulogy, and eulogy, a eulogy. I feel like I always say a eulogy. Is that correct? Awful, an awful moment. Yeah, I would say and for that. Storm, ugly building, tree, high tree, world, amusing, story, American invention. Hero, heroic action, important event, open door, dark night, horrible calamity, unanimous resolution, harmonium, hospital friend. Okay, let's look at our rules for that again. A is used before consonant, before A sounded, and before Y and W as in a boy, a hamlet, a youth, a wall. And is used before a vowel and before silent H, as in an or and our. So it has to be an you and an eulogy. It does sound weird to anybody else. And eulogy. And eulogy. 13. A word used with a noun to limit its application is called an adjective. As wise men, 3 boys, this pen. How do they word that? To limit its application. Yeah, I guess so. It's not all men, it's just wise men. Not 2 boys or 4 boys, 3 boys. And not any old pen, but this pen. Obs 1. Adjective express kind or quality, as in brave men. What kind of men? Brave men. Number or quantity, as in 5 miles. Some wheat. How many miles? How much wheat? A distinction, as in this gardener, that hat. Which garden? Which hat? Obs 2. The indefinite article is sometimes included among adjectives of number, as the definite among adjectives of distinction. The later is called a distinguishing adjective. Let's see. Okay. Like a kind person. The tall man. Oh, yeah. I guess it is the case, right? So, like, the tall man would be a definitive for distinction, right? Or a kind person, a third person. I don't know for sure. I'll have to reread that. So observation 2, an indefinite article is sometimes included among adjectives of number. That's the part I'm not getting. The other part I got, the definitive article among adjectives of distinction. The later is then called a distinguishing adjective. Distinguishing adjective. You know, part of the reasons I write it down is not because I necessarily read it, which I do, but part of it is because when we physically do things in education, we learn them better than when we're not just minds, right? Who was that? Was it Descartes? The mind in a vat? We are definitely not minds in a vat. We need this movement. Okay, next up is under accidents. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's the header of the page. Exercise. Point out the adjectives in the following sentences. A wise man, wise, prefers a good name to great riches. That house is large. Large and that, right? This old castle is built on a firm foundation. Some men are fortunate. My friend lived a blameless life. I'm kind of putting the emphasis, right? With my voice. The sea, the blue, lone sea, hath won. The stars were bright, so bright. To every man upon the earth, death cometh soon or late. Every man. The circle is 5 feet in diameter. 5 for feet. The large black cat killed the pretty canary. Every upright man deserves universal respect. So not just respect, but universal. How much? The lofty peaks of the distant hills were tinged with the glorious light of the rising sun. The gentle breeze fanned his withered cheek. Both answers are wrong. So answers and wrong, and both as well. Wrong answers, both answers. Is that right? The foaming waves were lashed and rugged. The foaming waves, so foaming, lashed the rugged coasts, rugged, with of the little island, little. Most men love praise, so most. The smith is a strong man, so strong, with large and sinewy hands, large and sinewy. There in the twilight, cold and gray. Cold and gray describes twilight. Lifeless but beautiful he lay. So, lifeless and beautiful for he. My book is lying on the round table of your room. So round and your. This matter is important. So important. Through the churchyard, old and gray. So old and gray. Over the crisp and yellow leaves, I held my rustling way. Revisal exercise. Point out the nouns, pronouns, articles, and adjectives in the following sentences. Whew. It's getting long. We're almost at 10 minutes already. These exercises take a long time, but, you know, it's a long book. The famous battle. So famous. I'll just do some of these. What am I pointing out? That's an adjective. Battle is a thing. That's a noun. Noun of Waterloo. Waterloo is a noun. Was fought on the 18th day of June, 1895. So 18th for day. A French army. We got French army. So French being the adjective, army being the noun, was defeated. Napoleon fled, and the victorious Allies marched to Paris. So victorious, obviously. This man is not rich. He lost much money some years ago. So he, of course, is our pronoun, right? Brain wasn't working there for a second. Now let's read through the rest. You can look at them whenever you would like. Rich and rare were the gems she wore, and a snow-white wand in her hand she bore. Cold water is useful. An honest man's the noblest work of God. Oh heaven, he cried, my bleeding country save. Ooh, bleeding country. I gotta say, adjectives are pretty awesome, aren't they? Did they desire you to give her that and let him go? Diligent scholars make rapid progress. This picture has been in possession of the same family for several generations. The withered pasture becomes green after a copious summer shower. So copious and summer are both adjectives for that shower, right? Is this slate yours? This. No, it's John's. There's it is. So it refers to the slate. That's a pronoun. A wise son maketh a glad father. You deserve much praise for your work. It has been carefully done. Our friends came last night. They leave today. Land of my sires, that mortal hand can e'er unite the filial band that knits me to thy rugged strand. I like the poem segments, right? 14, a word used to make an assertion about a person, animal, or place, or thing is called a verb. Okay, well, we'll start right there at the verb. Since it's over 10 minutes already, don't want these to get too long. We didn't get very far at this time, but it doesn't matter how far you get, just so you get, right? Have a blessed day.